good morning, everybody. Welcome to the special earlier edition of the Sunday brunch stream. I hope you all got my message via the Book of Face that I was going on an hour early today. I absent-mindedly set up a Zoom meeting with my pal Paul Birch to happen at 11:30, so I didn't want to have to try and cram my show and that into 1 hour. But Paul and I are gonna chat about my upcoming trip down to Nashville to record a honky tonk album with him as kind of my musical director and producer and recording engineer. And of course, he'll play some guitar and sing some vocals on those records too. Hey there, Tony. Di is here. Dawn is here. My trip's not till beginning of June, but I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about the chance to. Sounds kind of cliched, make a country record in Nashville, but there are an awful lot of people who know how to play it really well down there. Hey, Martin's with us today. So for today's Sunday brunch stream, I thought I would play some songs by the wonderful Hazel Dickens, who I'm not going to attempt to give you a detailed history of her career and life, but briefly, she hailed from West Virginia, mining country, and wrote a lot of songs about the miners, but also wrote a lot of love songs, and kind of got hooked up with the folk music scene in the 60s. Started making records as a duo with East Coast woman named Alice Gerard, and those records are terrific. I would highly recommend you picking up anything by Hazel and Alice is going to be great, and almost all of Hazel's stuff is pretty fantastic too. I thought I'd start with something that is kind of a pretty straight bluegrass love song kind of thing from her. And let me get my lyrics up on the screen. And this is called Tomorrow I'll Be Gone. Lost like a grain of sand upon the sands of time, trusting and believing in a love I thought was mine, tossed just like a ship by the waves of a storm, to find myself alone. But tomorrow I'll be gone. I'll be gone when your blinded eyes open wide to see you're a loser in this game of love you played so carelessly. You thought you knew love faithful like a bird it has flown, and now you're left alone, and tomorrow I'll be gone. Gone like leaves that fall to return no more. That is how you left me, like you left the others before. Hopelessly in love and but now it is torn. My heart in little pieces, and tomorrow I'll be gone. I'll be gone when your blinded eyes are open wide to see you're a loser in this game of love you played so carelessly. You thought you knew love faithful like a bird it has flown, and now you're left alone, and tomorrow I'll be gone. You thought you knew love faithful like a bird it has flown, and now you're left alone, and tomorrow I'll be gone. Tomorrow I'll be gone. So Hazel was a songwriter and a great one. So, you know, these songs, as far as I know, all four of these she wrote. You know, I'll tell you my Hazel Dickens story. That actually there's a lot of background here that's kind of interesting. So there's a wonderful music festival that happens in non-pandemic years in San Francisco called Hardly Strictly Bluegrass. And it was started by this guy who was a Wells Fargo bank CEO. And he loved bluegrass music. And he approached a woman who books a club called Slim's in San Francisco, a great rock club there, and said, I want to do this bluegrass festival. And she said, well, what do you have in mind? And he said, well, I want to do a festival where Hazel Dickens can play. And Dawn, I believe her name is Dawn from Slim's, said, well, I think if you want to do this as you're suggesting in Golden Gate Park, we may need to expand it a little beyond Hazel Dickens playing. I don't think Hazel Dickens is going to fill up Golden Gate Park by herself. And so it became this big, wonderful festival. And I've had the chance to play it twice, thanks to my bandmate John Langford, who gets asked to play this every year, but has to bring a different act every year. So it's not like the Waco Brothers can just play this festival every year. So I got a chance to be part of the band that backed up John when he had the Welsh choir singing with him. And one of my favorite moments out of many wonderful moments at this festival was there was a party for all of the artists after the festival was done at Slim's, and Hazel Dickens was there, and the Welsh choir just in the middle of this party just broke out into this mining song, and Hazel Dickens knew the song and joined in, and I mean, I'm getting teary just thinking of it, because it was so beautiful to see these two completely different worlds come together, and just fabulous musical moment in my life, one of my favorites. I'm going to do a song of hers about that relates to mining, coal mining, and this one caught my eye because it's called Jablonski Murder, and you know, being Dean Schlabowski, this is one of my people. I would have never guessed that there were that many Poles mining in West Virginia, but this guy obviously was one. Actually in Pennsylvania, but this is a song she wrote in anger about the murder of Joseph Jock Jablonski, who apparently exposed some monetary corruption, some financial corruption in the miners' union, and the higher-ups in the miners' union hired a hitman that killed him and his wife and daughter. You can find tons and tons of Hazel songs about mining, and tons of them have a really fiery protest sort of vibe to them, which is really impressive for, you know, I mean, I think she was a real pioneer in terms of women doing this sort of material in her time period. So, Jablonski Murder. Clarksville, Pennsylvania is not too far from here. Coal miners were hoping for a brighter new year. But for Jock Jablonski, his daughter and wife, the new year brought an ending to their precious lives. Well, it's cold-blooded murder, friends, I'm talking about. Who's gonna stand up and who's gonna fight? You better clean up that union, put it on solid ground. Get rid of that dirty trash that keeps the working man down. Well, death bells were ringing, and Jock knew very well that stolen union money, and Jock just had to tell, 'cause he wouldn't take part in their dirty plans, so he paid with his life to help all mining men. Well, it's cold-blooded murder, friends, I'm talking about. Now, who's gonna stand up and who's gonna fight? You better clean up that union, put it on solid ground. Get rid of that dirty trash, keeps a working man down. Well, Jock Jablonski was a coal miner's friend. He fought for all the rights of the working man. He begged the law to protect him, but they turned him down. Now Jock, his wife and daughter all lay beneath the ground. Oh Lord, the poor miner, will his fight ever end? They'll abuse, even murder him to further their plans. Oh, where is his victory? How will it stand? It'll stand when poor working men all join hands. Well, it's cold-blooded murder, friends, I'm talking about. Who's gonna stand up and who's gonna fight? You better clean up that union, put it on solid ground. Get rid of that dirty trash that keeps the working man down. Jablonski Murder. Jock Jablonski. There's a name. Makes Dean Schlabowski sound positively French or something. All right. I'm gonna do I'll do another of her protest tunes. This one regarding striking miners, and this one I think is pretty much as far as protest songs goes. It's kind of, I would call this a virtual masterpiece. The lyrics are great, and musically it's wonderful. And I would challenge anyone to find any punk rock protest song that's any more fiery and just succinctly written than this. Wonderful stuff. This is called Fire in the Hole. I didn't actually realize this until I was kind of researching these songs, but that phrase, fire in the hole, is something that miners yell to let other miners know that a dynamite charge is about to go off in the mine. It's kind of a warning for that. All right, fire in the hole. You can tell 'em in the country, tell 'em in the town. The miners down in Mingo, they laid their shovels down. We won't pull another puller, load another ton, or lift another finger till the union we have won. Stand up, boys, let the bosses know. Turn your buckets over, turn your lanterns low. There's fire in our hearts and fire in our soul, but there ain't gonna be no fire in the hole. There ain't gonna be no fire in the hole. Daddy died a miner and Grandpa he did too. I bet this coal will kill me for my working days are through. In a hole that's dark and dirty, an early grave I'll find. I plan to make a union for the ones I leave behind. Stand up, boys, let the bosses know. Turn your buckets over, turn your lanterns low. There's fire in our hearts and fire in our soul, but there ain't gonna be no fire in the hole. Stand up, boys, let the bosses know. Turn your buckets over, turn your lanterns low. There's fire in our hearts and fire in our soul, but there ain't gonna be no fire in the hole. There ain't gonna be no fire in the hole. That song, I don't know. I may have to convince the Waco Brothers to start performing that song, because that's a pretty awesome one, in my opinion. I'm going to finish my little Alice set here. Hazel, not Alice. We're doing Hazel, although one of those songs was a Hazel and Alice. This is a really touching song, I think. I admit I'm a cornball. So this is a song Hazel wrote about kind of a daughter leaving a mother to kind of strike out on her own and find a better life. And it's called Mama's Hands. I'm just going to sing it with all the pronouns the way they were written, because I don't really think it makes any sense if I try and change the daughter to a son. It really doesn't work well within the framework of the song, I think. Mama's Hands, I gotta adjust these lyrics just perfect because they barely fit on the screen here. All right. I said goodbye to that plain old mining town with just a few old clothes that had made the rounds. I knew I was leaving a lot of things that were good, but I thought I'd make a break while I still could. As I look to wave once more to Mama crying in the door for me and for what the world might have in store, for she knew I'd never be her little girl no more. She was drifting back to another time. She was young and hoped to find a better life than what her mama's had been. And it was hard to let go of Mama's hand, my Mama's hand. One old paper bag full of hand-me-downs, plain old country girl raised on gospel sound, with only the love she gave me, pride in what I am. And it was hard to let go of Mama's hand, my Mama's hand. I thought of all the years she slaved, thought of all the love she gave, tried to make this rundown shack into a home, a dream that really died for it was born. But she pulled us through the hardest times, made us hold our head up high, a gift we all carry with us all dusty road. To Mama and her heavy load. I knew what I was leaving I'd never find again, and it's hard to let go of Mama's hand, my Mama's hand. One old paper bag full of hand-me-downs, a plain old country girl raised on the gospel sound, with only the love she gave me, pride in what I am, and it was hard to let go of Mama's hand, my Mama's hand. Yeah, to me, that's kind of a touching song of youth that's in a league that very few songwriters get to. That very Merle, in the same camp as Merle to me. Yeah, I'm drinking bubbly today. This is Cremant de Loire, and it's wonderful. Go out and get yourself a closet full. All right, that's it for Hazel Dickens covers. I was going to attempt a version of a just transcendent song that she wrote and sang a cappella called "Pretty Bird," It seemed like a good idea when I was on the whiskey last night, but when I thought about it this morning, I was just like, I can't even come close to this. So I would really strongly suggest you go to the YouTubes and look up Hazel Dickens' Pretty Bird and just close your eyes and listen to an absolute masterpiece. But I'm going to move on to old George Jones, and the next in my chronology of his singles. This is one called "I'm With the Wrong One," released on Mercury. George was kind of bouncing back and forth between Mercury and Starday releases in the 50s, but this was during the Mercury era for sure. I think George might have had a hand in writing this one. I'm not sure. It's got a cool melody, but it seems a little like hastily put together. As a songwriter, I feel like there's pieces that seemed jammed into the puzzle that don't quite seem to operate as smoothly as they should. But even that said, it's a pretty darn catchy song and a fun one to sing. I'm with the wrong one. I'm with the wrong one. Yes, I know it, I'm with the wrong one, and I can show it, because I love you, but I know you don't seem to care how much I cry. If you just knew how much I love you now, you'd stop your lying, stop me from crying, but you don't want to show your love for me is gone. I'm with the wrong one, with the wrong one, but you don't care. You don't know the pain I bear. I'm just another, what can I do? I'm someone new to you, it's true. I love you dearly and so sincerely, but you don't wanna and though it hurts me so, I have to let you go. I'm with the wrong one. I'm with the wrong one, but you don't care. You don't know the pain I bear. I'm just another, what can I do? I'm someone new to you, it's true. I love you dearly and so sincerely, but you don't want to be the only one for me. Although it hurts me so, I have to let you go. I'm with the wrong one. I'm with the wrong one. I don't know if you get what I'm talking about there. It just, you know, it feels like all the pieces, you know, just kind of don't quite always jive there, but still, I feel like someone could polish it up a little bit and make it darn near a classic. But all right, this I'm going to do another George one, the next single that came out, which is "Wandering Soul," and this is a gospel number. And this is a song that is in a chord with a chord pattern and melody that has been used over and over and over again. I've written a song using this chord pattern and melody called "Who Do You Serve?" But and it also has some similarities to the John Anderson, not John Anderson song, the song "Rewards." "When I Get My Rewards," that the Waco Brothers have played a bunch of times. Okay, so you'll recognize the melody because you've heard it before, probably if you listen to country music. Oh, lend me a hand, please, Lord, guide me. This is the right key, right? Am I doing this in the right key? Yeah, I don't see why I can't do this in G. Let's keep it in G. Oh, lend me a hand, please, Lord, and guide me. Help lead me down the road that is right. Oh, carry me through these hours of darkness. Show me the path, the shining light. I'm a wandering soul, I'm lost from my Savior, a sheep that is strayed so far from the fold, just a tarrying along in the clutch of old Satan. I'm hoping someday you'll save my soul. Dear Lord, please forgive the grief I've caused you, the thoughts of my sins that tortured my soul. Oh, help me to know the joy of salvation. Help cleanse my life and make me whole. I'm a wandering soul, I'm lost from my Savior, a sheep that is strayed so far from the fold, just a tarrying along in the clutch of old Satan. But I'm hoping someday he'll save my soul. I'm a wandering soul. You know, I think if someone tuned in randomly and heard me doing a country gospel number, I wonder if they'd just change the channel because they thought they were getting Christian music or something, not knowing what a heathen I truly am. All right, today's show will be maybe just a smidge shorter than normal. I'm going to do a dollar store number to wrap this up. The title track off of our second album. Dollar Store being my side project that released 2 albums and featured the amazing rhythm section of the Waco Brothers, Joe Camarillo, miss you, and Alan Dowdy, and featured a wonderful guitarist from Germany named Tex Schmidt on those records too. And we released 2 records on Bloodshot in 2004 and 2007. And this is the title track of the second one, called Money Music. Play that money music all night long. Play that money music all night long. If you got a guitar, why don't you sell it right now? Learn to play the money, make it square. Make it howl. Play that money music all night long. Play that money music all night long. If the money's good, it can do no wrong. Learn to play the money, make it square. Make it howl. Woo-hoo. Play that money music. Play that money music. Play that money music. Play that money music. Making it howl. Woo-hoo. All right. That's that. Take that. Well, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and I thank you for finding the early broadcast. For those of you who didn't get here on time, hopefully you'll watch the replay, which I will post on the Book of Face. As always, I really, really appreciate your kind donations and tips and subscriptions and purchases from my website, DeanSchlabowskiMusic.com, which just Google Ramblin Deano, that's easier. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for Coffee and a Song, I hope, on the Facebook Live. And till then, enjoy your day, enjoy your evening. I love y'all, and bye-bye.